I found him! And it's beautiful! Hey, Jaden.
Hey, Fancy.
Dude, you will not even believe what I just
Actually, before you say anything, check this out.
Oh, okay. What is that?
Hornby Oliver was finally released.
Pretty cool, right?
Bachman Oliver, no. Oh no. There's currently one of two things. Either one, the Hornby Oliver has gone completely down in price on eBay, or the other way up. It's gone as far up the arse as it could possibly go. In the thousands. Fuck. Jesus Christ, this is filthy. I didn't realize how low down that seat was. You may be wondering how I managed to get a hold of the legendary, but not so legendary because of Bachman, Hornby Oliver. How? Just how did you manage to get a hold of something like this at this day and age while prices are so high? I can explain. Well, it's pretty simple, to be honest. I've actually had this for over a year now. Yeah, I've held it off for that long. Those of you who know me personally will probably have already seen this. Thing was that I actually managed to snatch my Hornby Oliver up for a decent price. It was, in my opinion, one of the last, if not the last, Hornby Oliver to go up on eBay for a decent price, at least in Australia. In this day of age, which you'd call basically the Great Depression for Hornby Thomas models, which is still technically going on to this day, I've actually shown this guy off a couple of times. I've also shown him off on Instagram, but haven't had too many questions about him. Probably because I don't show it off much. That's probably the reason. I'm stupid. There are two reasons why I never actually showed the scarf properly. First reason is because I didn't want to be bombarded by children who wanted to know how much I paid for him, where I got him from, and how much do you want for it? I'm gonna get this out of the way now. This isn't for sale. Second reason is because when I got Oliver, he was broken. It's a kind of a story I can't explain within a minute. Well, I actually can. The reason why is I got this broken. The listing didn't say it was broken, but it was broken. I won Oliver in a bid. I only won by like $1 in the end, I think. Or maybe it was because I max bidded. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. I do know that I won by $1 because a person on Facebook complained to me how they lost the bid. And like by $1, I'm like, that's $1 less than my max bid. Anyway, when I got the chassis, it didn't work right. I don't know what the problem was. So what I did was I sent off the chassis and the box to a friend, and he replaced it for me. He didn't replace it for me. I mean, he just sent me the chassis, but he sent me a 14XX chassis, which is why his wheels are black. I don't plan on painting them. I might, but I do plan on getting some traction tires. I did get a chance to run my Hornby Oliver last when he had his old chassis, and it did kind of work sometimes. I kind of had to fiddle with it, but then it'd just break again immediately, and it was a mess. They ran pretty well with the traction tires. When I took them off, it was a different story. The reason why it took me and this friend so long to exchange this as well, I don't know. We decided to do this trade about this time last year, and we just never got around to it. It's half my fault and half his fault. God, I feel like I'm ripping someone else. What do you think, Jaden?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. But anyway, enough of me jibber-jabbering and explaining stuff about this little bugger right here. And let's get into the actual review, which is the reason why you probably clicked on this video, unless you're like a friend and you just clicked on it regardless of what the video. You know, screw this. I'm gonna go to my computer and edit this video together. I'll be like right back. On January 1st, 2016, I remember that, I met up with a good friend of mine, Sodos Railways, and he brought his Hornby Oliver over to my place because I wanted to see what the Hornby Oliver was like. Before this, I wasn't planning to buy Oliver like I have stated in the past. However, just holding Oliver for a second, putting him on the tracks, I absolutely knew I had to have him. I don't know what it is, but there's something so satisfying about, well, this model train. Just looking at him in real life, at least, is more satisfying than those stupid BuzzFeed most satisfying world in the video compilation video crap. Fun fact, when my friend actually brought it over to my place and I put it on the track, I turned on the controller and I didn't put him on correctly and he just literally like fell into his side. That was pretty embarrassing to see my friend's expensive model train just flop over to the side. The paint has a matte finish on it, which really gives it that quality Hornby feeling, unlike in 1984 to 2013 in Hornby Thomas. Also unlike the Hornby Thomas, the shade of green is spot on, compared to what was on the actual prop at least. The number 11 looks just about right, and the same thing goes for his Great Western Railway logo on each side of his boiler. The detail on this model is absolutely amazing. This is one of, if not the most detailed model in my collection. Well, with the exception of the Bachmann Spencer, am I right? Like, the detail and proportions on Spencer are just superb. Some people have complained that the detail on the Hornby Oliver is a little distracting, due to a good chunk of it not being on the actual prop, or on the CGI variant, which I think is silly. But I have to disagree, the more the merrier. I bet those who say this though are just jealous that it's practically impossible to get this model now, and probably own the sissy Bachmann version. Though credit where credit is due. While the eyes are a little too sunken for my liking on the Bachmann model, at least the handrails don't go straight into Oliver's forehead. Yes, while this model is nearly perfect, there are some flaws. The main one being that his handrail does indeed go straight into his forehead. And I have to ask, why was this not changed? The Hornby Flying Scotsman's handrails go straight into the smoke box on each side. However, when Hornby were making Gordon, they were smart enough to have the handrails not go into Gordon's face. This could have been avoided with Oliver too, though I can't imagine the Hornby Oliver without this imperfection. It would be nice to have been avoided in the first place. The same goes for the rest of the face itself. While it's nearly perfect, the mouth gives Oliver this expression. I don't know what to say about it. The smile is just really flat. It's like they took a picture of Oliver smiling and stretched out his mouth to the sides a little bit and painted his mouth white rather than the greyish black it's supposed to be. And then drilled a hole in his head and boom, you got the Hornby Oliver. In the end, the face doesn't look too bad despite what I've said about it, but it could have been improved. But how does he run? Well, I'll do my best to show you how my Oliver runs, but do keep in mind my Oliver chassis is from a donor model, aka this isn't the normal Hornby Oliver chassis, so it's not what the normal chassis is like. Don't base this review on what the actual Hornby Oliver is like. Also, please keep in mind that I do not have traction tyres. I do plan on getting them though. First, I gave Oliver 3 Hornby Mark 1 coaches and a Pullman coach, because I only have one Pullman coach for some reason. And needless to say, he struggled a lot. The reason why is because my layout has an uphill section and a downhill section, and none of my engines seem to like my points. I really need to work on my points. So he kept stopping on the points and he couldn't go uphill because he had no traction. However, when he was going slightly downhill or on just flat, he did run pretty well. However, the chassis did make a bit of noise, but I haven't oiled it yet. So, all in all, I really like the Hornby Oliver.
He's a smart-looking model that will probably impress your parents when you show it to them, and they won't be disappointed in you for spending a lot of money on a model train that's probably going to impress you for like a couple days, and yeah. But is he really worth it? I paid about 120 Australian dollars for mine. That's $88.85 USD, 68 pounds and 96 pence, 612 Chinese yuan, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, 80 euros, 186 Fijian dollars, 276 Brazilian reals, and 10,086 yen. I think what I paid was reasonable. For a working model, I did kind of get ripped off. However, trying to find this item now is impossible, and I'm happy to actually have it in the first place, even if it wasn't working. Not all hope is lost though. Some people in the community have managed to find Hornby Olivers at model train expos and flea markets. In my opinion, if you see a Hornby Oliver for a decent price, whether it be in real life or online, get him. Or, you know, you could just buy the Backman model, I mean. I'll still judge you for it, but better than paying what you would for a cheap car, for a model train. I give the Hornby Oliver a 9.25 out of 10. It's oddly specific, but that's just how I felt. His only downfall being the face and the traction tires.
Happened again. Gee, I don't know how Eric felt when he had to write his Christmas speech last year, but he didn't know what to do, so we just got Ted to do it for him. But I don't know Ted, and I don't want Ted to do my 10-year anniversary thing. Well, if you haven't noticed, this is my 10-year anniversary. The day that this is uploaded, May 21st, 2017, is my 10-year anniversary of being on YouTube. But fancy, you may be asking, your channel's only been on YouTube for like 5 years. What's the big deal? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Why would I lie? Why would I lie like that? Like it's... Yeah, well, you're right, but I have another channel. Basically, back in 2007, when I was a wee teeny tiny little boy, I would have been like this high. I remember watching a lot of YouTube videos as a kid. You know, I watched... I mean, back when I watched YouTube, like when I was a little kid, I wasn't... There weren't too many people within the community who were really big yet. There was Miss Oliver and Blossom and Train Level 476, but I wasn't really at the age where I could kind of enjoy that thing. I mean, of course, I did eventually reach that age, but then it died again pretty quickly, because we all grow up. But I really, really wanted to do this skit video for some reason. The video was, I should have prepared this scene, but basically the video was of me with 3 take-along engines on that, and this take-along mat. All engines and mat I still have. Sitting around like this, and one of them's like, oh, I heard there's a new engine coming to Soda today. And then Gordon says, I wish I had a dinosaur, and we're going to pretend that this coach here is a dinosaur. So it came in, and I'm not going to smash everything here, but you get the point. Here's the clip. As you can see, I added stock music over the top of that. Why? Because the camera we were borrowing off a friend didn't record audio, of all things. I actually do remember making this video, which is why, like, I've told you guys, like, what I said in the video. I specifically remember at the beginning of the video, my mum said to me, hey, I'm figuring out the camera, just do what you want. So I literally, like, I went ahead and I said, okay, I'll practice smashing my engine. So I, like, threw him into a wall like that, and, turned out she was recording though, so that's why that's in the video. There's a reason why I'm not showing you guys the name of the channel and like the full title, simply because it uses like our real names. The name of the channel is my mother's real name. Not even joking. So privacy's sake, we're not going to go down that route. It's honestly been an honor to be on this platform for 10 years. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but it is kind of true. I know a lot of people have only been on here for 5 years, but I've been on here for 10. I mean, kind of not really, but who cares? It still kind of counts, doesn't it? Nah. I just want to feel special, okay? I just want to feel special. In this 10-year period, I made lots of friends and enemies. And friends that have left. John, please come back. Why did he have to call me at 6 o'clock in the morning? Tell me how drunk he was? Oh, I miss those days. I miss those days, John. I wish you'd really come back. John, if you're watching this, leave a comment saying that you're back. But the people I have to thank most are my subscribers. I remember when I first made this particular channel and I got 7 subscribers. I don't know why it's always 7 subscribers, but anyway, I remember rushing over to my parents saying, guys, I have 7 subscribers. Pretend this is like an iPad or something. Guys, I have 7 subscribers. And they were like, yeah, cool, real cool, yeah. But yeah, without the subscribers, I wouldn't be where I am now. Like, for people to recognize me and then like talk about my shit, I don't know. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read out every single subscriber's username. I'm not gonna do this right now. I'll do this fucking later, but I'm going to read out every single subscriber's username. But I'm not gonna cop out like turtles. No. I'm actually gonna do it. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna sit down properly this time, okay? Right. So once again, thanks. Look, this is gonna be really corny, okay? So you might as well just end the video here. But seriously, though, thanks for making the past 10 years somewhat enjoyable. I would have been like, this has been the best 10 years of my life. But to be frankly honest, I mean, I made my first video when I was 6. Like, this is the only part of my life. Like, I don't remember much before that. So, thanks for 10 years. And here's for another 10 years. I drank that really fast. I would have gotten a bottle of Baja Blast. I nearly called it Baja Blast. Maybe it's kill me. I would have gotten a bottle of Baja Blast, but we don't have it in Australia. We only have Mountain Dew Energized.
It's over. It's finally over. I just sat down for 7 hours straight editing together this video for you guys. Huge thanks to Jaden for featuring a few little sections of the video. Go subscribe to him. He makes pretty alright content for the TCC. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is probably the most effort I've ever put into a video. Don't expect more stuff like this. Because it's something like this is probably never gonna happen again. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and thank you for 10 years. This is absolutely insane. I never thought I would get to this point, to be frankly honest. I remember at one point I nearly removed this channel. All right, so you know that's the thing. Never delete your YouTube channel. That's the lesson I have for you guys today. But I've gone on for long enough. I want to go to bed and I just want to upload the video and go to bed. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video, and goodbye.